It's one of the most intimate and painful power plays by abusers in domestic violence relationships. Now, Haven in Pontiac is offering a class to teach people about the signs of attempted strangulation. From hairdressers to sheriff's deputies, they're learning the signals aren't always apparent. It's a chilling 911 call, a child calling police as her father tries to strangle her mother. It's a training video that's very real, highlighting the serious threat women and some men face in controlling and abusive relationships. Here at this treatment room at Haven in Pontiac, victims of domestic abuse often choose to come here instead of the ER. But it's not always what you see to prove someone tried to strangle you. Take this as an example.
If you take your hand and you hold as hard as you can on your wrist for about 15 to 20 seconds, because that's all it takes to do damage. And when I'm talking damage, I'm talking about brain damage. Cells begin to die. So I'll talk with them for just, about 15, 20 seconds, and then I let go. And you can see that there's redness there. But as we talk, that's going to go away.
So what are the signs? Sheriff's deputies who go on calls where they see victims explain what they look for. Signs you can look for too.
We're looking for redness around the neck, swelling, possible veins in the eyes, busted, little redness or bleeding around the eyes. And, it's up to us to work with our medical people and people here at Haven to get expert opinions to make sure it was strangulation.
What's going on? They're having some fighting. This is bingo forever and ever.
What happens when no one calls 911? It's not always apparent scars like these that are signs. There are other symptoms too. Listen to her voice.
Sometimes you can hear it in their voice, and you can hear the raspiness. Sometimes they do a lot of coughing. And so those kinds of things are things that we look for and we ask our patients about. Very frequently, if we don't see anything, we will have them come back several days later, and sometimes we'll see some of those bruises come forward.
And it's not always in a relationship that's falling apart where it happens.
You may have children with them, you've maybe lived with them for quite some length of time, and this person is holding you at about arm's length, looking you directly into the eye and making a decision as to whether or not you take your next breath.
Oh,
it's chilling.
It is chilling and very powerful, but very, very important message to get the awareness out there. It's uncomfortable to think about it and much less talk about. But this is a first line of defense. There are people out there, hairdressers, like you say, dentists. I'm thinking about all the people who would be able to see your neck.
That see your neck, that can understand the close-up scars that you try to hide from everybody. One thing to keep in mind, oftentimes people will have scars that don't start below the neck, but right above the neck, and it only goes about to the jaw. That rash with a broken blood vessel in the eye, and you ask the person, hey, are you all right? And they say they're fine. A lot of times they're defensive, they're afraid. Just so you know, there is a big class that's taking place for first responders, hairdressers, anyone who wants to take it, September 5th and 6th at Detroit Community Center. We're going to put a link to Haven's website on our website. You can sign up to go. It's
and very quickly, if somebody notices these signs, what should they do?
They should talk to the person, let them know that they're there to of course, talk, and then suggest to talk to someone at Haven, because just because you pick up the phone and call Haven doesn't mean that you have to do something right away, although that is ultimately the hope.
There is help.
There is indeed.
All right.